Happy Tuesday! Jumping on today to have some fun with our this month's theme. So if you didn't catch the unboxing yesterday, I went through and announced that this month's theme is the greatest gift. And so it's all about the nativity this month. So I unboxed everything yesterday, so I wasn't going to go through that. But what I wanted to do was to go ahead and play with some of the designs today, because we didn't really have a lot of time to craft yesterday with everything that was going on. I know we have the clubs happening right now, so that's opening, and we have so many people joining us there. I just want to go on my page really quick, make sure that you can see me, that we don't have some annoying echo. And we look good, so we can go ahead and jump in. So I'm going to be playing with the printables today. I've grabbed a whole bunch of different little bases over here. You can't see anything, but this is what I'm going to be playing with. So the printables are fun because you can just print them right off of your computer. You can print as many as you want. You can print them when you need them. You can save them and print them later. There's so many options. And so that's what I'm going to be printing with or playing with today. So I've got the printables here. The printables have 5 sheets and 2 bonus sheets. So I'll just go through the designs that I have here. So we have a bigger one, and then we have 2 4x4s. We have another larger one, and then 2 4x4s. These are longer skinny ones. I think I'm going to be using these for some cards here in a minute. And then we have this bigger design here. Then we have the ornament maker one. So these are 3x3. These ones are a little bit larger. I think this one's a 3x3, and the other one is more of like a 3.5. So this one is a little bit bigger. Then we have 1 full hymnal sheet. Hey, Linda. Hi, Tammy. And then we have the coaster set or sign sets along with just the silhouette of the nativity here. So those are what I'm going to be playing with today. I have them printed out on my 32-pound bright white. And the only difference, I don't know that you're even going to be able to tell. This is actually just on printer paper. This is on a little bit heavier printer paper. So you can tell a little bit from the stiffness of it, but these ones have like just a teeny hint of a sheen. And so I do like that look for when I'm doing the different projects, especially if I'm just framing it. I do like that little pop of a sheen there. All right, I'm gonna clear all this stuff off here. Okay, so some things that I've grabbed. I've grabbed some ornament rounds. I have grabbed a wood round. I've grabbed some of the little bulbs here. I've got one of our mason jar lids here. I did grab a coaster, some other little things for ornaments. So I was just trying to get a little idea of, just a little smattering of this and that to see what we could do. I think mainly I'm going to be focusing on ornaments tonight because there's a bunch of different ones that we can do on here. Hey, Cindy, I see you. I see Paula's joined us as well. And so again, I've just got some little knick-knacky things that we can add to them. I do have my iron on. I do like using the press-on method with the printables. So that's what I'm going to be demonstrating tonight. You will need a sheet of parchment paper for that. I like to get these at the $1.25 tree because that comes with a whole bunch of them. I'm trying to think how many were in here. So say 25. You get 25 in this box. And then you can just reuse them. The ones I had last week, I ended up, I think I got black paint on them. Hey, Laura. So I didn't, I don't need that yet. I think we'll do a round one first. All right, so I'm going to do a round, simple one. So let's take, now this larger one, this is one that I would use like up in the frame I have there. I need to pull that down so I can switch that out, but that's the one I'll be putting up in there. Alrighty. All right, I'm going to take the round ones for the ornament makers. And we're going to do one of these first. So all we need for this is we're just going to take our scissors, and I'm just going to cut out the one that I need. So we'll just go through here. I don't have to cut it exactly around here because we're going to be able to sand the edge. So I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller so I'm not dealing with the whole sheet. Actually, maybe we'll do a pair of these together. I know all of y'all are having fun with the ornament makers, so I thought for the printables, why not just continue? I think these will make a cute little pair. So I am not going to paint the circles, but I am going to do the little top here. And I like to do the top in, Linda says she made it, she's first. I gotta find my pen here. All right, I just have my 18 karat gold leafing pen. If you've seen some of my videos before, you know I love this pen. And because it's hard to mess up. But what I'm going to do is if you wanted to do the front and the back, you could just print out 2 sheets of this. But I'm going to do these just like we did the other ornament makers. You can tell my pen is trying to dry out again because I haven't used it in like a week. It's like, what are you doing? And then I also have, which I just realized, is I have this premium gold gilding paint. And I think, oh, I'm showing it, you can't even see it. I think I got this to do shells with like a long time ago. And then I bought this and this was like way easier. But I'm going to be playing with that paint as well to do some highlights on it on the actual piece here. So we're going to go through and I'm just prepping the top of the ornament first because this isn't going to take very long to dry. And then since I'm using the iron-on method, I don't need to paint or do anything to prep the wood. I'm actually just going to go ahead and put the Mod Podge right on it. So we're going to put that on there and then we're going to let it dry. So we'll just put a little bit on here. Knowing me, I put way too much. But for the Mod Podge, we just want to make sure that it's covered and then we're going to let it dry. But do make sure you get all the way to the edges. Yeah, definitely too much. Always. Got my napkin from last night, so we'll just bring that up here. So if you get too much, just take off the excess on an extra napkin or piece of paper. I should have just applied it to the one, and then I could have used my excess on the other. Always a heavy hand with the Mod Podge. So I just freehand up to where I have that, where I painted the ornament. And we're just bringing it down. There we go. Just a nice thin layer is all that we're looking for. All right, I'm going to hit that with the heat gun. I already have my iron on, so we're good there. Basically, we just need the Mod Podge dry. All right, so those are almost dry. I'm going to just put them up here a little bit and give them one more moment there. Let's see what else we got here. Got too many things to play with, I swear. My little cart, my chair does not want to rolly close enough. So I'm having a hot mess day today. All right, let me know what you guys are working on. Do you guys have you had any time to craft today? This is the first things that I've made today. We have been crazy here with orders. Okay, so when we're trying to put the picture on it, there's a couple ways that you can do it. You can hold it up to the light so that you can see through and see where it is. You can do it face down. I'm actually finding if I hold it up to the light and then do it in front of me, I can see through better. But basically you just want to make sure that you've got your ornament so that we don't have any white overlapping is what I'm looking for. I know it's hard for you to see, but I'll kind of show you what I'm doing. So that on the back, basically what I'm looking for on the back is any of the design on the overlapping. So I'm going to go ahead and put that face down. Now this design does have a center because of the star, so I do need to adjust that, and then I will pop it back up here and make sure that I don't have any of the white showing. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we've got it held in place. So I want to make sure that it stays in place. And actually before I do that, because I just realized that top part, I'm not going to be able to sand off. So I am going to go ahead and cut this top part. Because I won't be able to sand that off when I'm done. So I don't want that stuck up there. I just realized that. We're going to go ahead, we're actually going to take this sander to it all the way around. So I just had to have this top part cut off. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to sand that nice edge. All right, so that does give us a pretty good idea of where to put it so that we have the design all the way around. All right, now we're ready to iron. All right, so we've got the iron already hot here, and we're just going to go ahead and press it on here. We're using the parchment paper so that we don't get the Mod Podge on our iron. All right, and that's how easy it is. So this is on already really well. We're going to use the sander and to get it off, but we can go ahead and do the other one. So again, I'm just going to cut this top part here so I can line it up. And I'm cutting just inside the color. So I don't have any of the white left. And we really just need to do that top part. Now, if your ornament was a circle all the way around, you wouldn't have to do that because you'd be able to sand it. All right, so I just got to figure out, make sure my lammy is straight there. All right, it's that easy to press them. Okay, so this one's going to be hot. So then we're going to go ahead and work on this one's next. And Tammy says she's working on the He Is Risen wreath that she purchased a while ago. Ooh, I love that. That's a fun one, Tammy. Good point. Yeah, actually cutting it did help me align the center top. Good point. Hello, Susan. Oh, Cindy says she loves the little children pictures. Let me go ahead and pop that one up there. They're so cute. They kind of remind me of the Precious Moments. I know I'm probably aging myself, but I loved me some Precious Moments back in the day. All right, so yeah, you can see like we can just sand this edge off and we don't have to worry about, that's why I didn't have to worry about cutting the rest of it, is we're just going to take this and sand it off. And there we've got a nice finished edge on that. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Now, in the event you don't get the edge right where you want it, you can, we can take some antiquing to this edging here. I think I might do the gold all the way around it. I got that gold out to play with it, so let's see what we can come up with. I got the gold paint, and then I also grabbed some glitter. Now I will tell you, the 32-pound paper, it does take a little bit more elbow grease when you're doing this than the regular paper would take. So keep that in mind, because it is a thicker paper. All right, I'm just trying to get this little edging there. Okay. All right, so far we've just got our two little ornaments here. We haven't made them like super fancy yet, but we've got a couple of things. I've got this gold paint I think I'm going to try and play with. I think this is an acrylic gilding paint. I would assume that's acrylic. I will tell you, it's super stinky. And then I also got some glitter because I didn't know what I was going to do, but I think I am going to play with this paint here. So I have like a super tiny brush. Whew. This is super stinky. Okay, so what I was going to do was just come in here and I just wanted to add some like bling to it. So it's super subtle. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see it. Try to get it so you can see it. Maybe you might be able to see it this way better. So again, just super subtle, but what I'm trying to do is get away from just the one-dimensional with the ornament. So again, just giving you some ideas where we can come in here and we can add some dimension and we can make it our own. By just coming over with some of this paint. And then they've got some little leaves down here. I'm just kind of pulling this gold in to different spots in the picture. Again, super subtle, not doing too much. She's got some gems on her outfit, some areas, so I'm just pulling that in. Okay, so I think that's all I'm going to do on that one. And then I'm going to come through on the other one. So I'm kind of doing these as a pair, and I'm going to kind of match these. So I'm going to paint in the stars. And then this one has like little lights. I'm going to go through and do all these little lights. And you can't really mess it up. Like, it's just, you're making it your own. We could do the same with the glitter if you wanted to use glitter instead. I thought about using glitter. She has polka dots on her dress, so I think I'm going to add it to the polka dots on the dress. It's kind of like a copper color. I wouldn't even say it's really gold. It's more of like a copper. Okay, I don't want to overdo it. Oh, Cindy said that's what she thought too, of the precious moments. Okay, so we'll see in here if you can kind of see the gold accents a little bit. So just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of zhuzh. So it doesn't have to just be the printable. You can take and layer these up and, you know, make them a little bit more fancy. Let's get some string. These ones didn't have cords, so we'll get a couple cords here. All right, I'm seeing what else I got here. I almost feel like we need a nice little, I feel like it needs something. Like, I just feel we need like a little bit more texture or something here. Definitely needs more texture. Do be careful when you're tying these raffia bows because this stuff will give you slivers. I have caught myself a couple times on this, you know, I think we forget it's like actual like straw or something. It'll get you if you're not careful. All right, so we're just trying to get ones. All right, I'm going to tie my knot here. All right, and then we can plop our little bow. I think it needs to be right there in the middle. All right, we got that one. My fan is trying to take away my parchment paper. Hey, Elaine. We chose a smaller ship. Debbie, if you chose a smaller membership and you decide you want to do more, always, yes, Debbie, you can always change memberships. We can move you around. We can always help you. Cindy says she has twine but never bought raffia. How does it come in? Is it expensive? It's super cheap. It comes in like these bales, but like when I get it online, the bales are all like vacuum sealed, like in these little bundles, and it's like so cheap. I think it's for a bundle, like on Amazon, you can get like 4 bundles. I think it's like $7 or something. So it lasts a long time. I mean, we go through it because we put in kits, but if it was me just buying for myself, I'd probably have that same bundle of raffia for like eternity. Like it lasts forever because you only use like a little bit at a time, but it's great for adding texture. So yes, I'm a big fan. And you probably could get it at like Walmart or something too if you have, but yeah, it's usually in like a smushed bale like that. All right, we'll add this one, and then I think these 2 little cute ones are going to be Dunzo. All right, so there's our first sweet little ornaments from our printables that we made a little bit fancy with our gold paint. So cute. Okay. So then I had another idea with this little thing here. And I am going to put I have all these grandiose ideas for this. I want to put the music in the background, but I also want to paint the frame. So I think I'm going to come in and hit the frame with some wax. So this would be the Dixie Belle in the Best Dang. Dixie Belle in the Best Dang. This is the Dixie Belle Best Dang wax in the brown. Debbie, the memberships are open right now because it's the end of the month. So it's not necessarily a sale, but it's just we open so that we can allow more members in there. And then right now we have the promotion with the mat going on for the rub-on transfer one. So that'll be going on till the 1st. You might want to check. Oh, Elaine says she got a bunch of colors from Raffia at a resale shop and it was like 50 cents. Yeah, super inexpensive. That's a great idea, Elaine, of where to check. Okay, so I'm going to come into my frame here and we're just going to darken it up. These frames, I'm trying to remember where I got them from. I want to say Walmart, but I could be wrong. I'll probably have to get back to you because I can't remember. Usually I buy these smaller things at Walmart. All right, so I'm going to go and get in here and get the edge because I am going to Mod Podge in the middle, so you're not going to see that part if we get the wax on this part. It's not going to matter. Not going to matter. Now you could paint this too, of course. All right, there we go. It doesn't look brand. It doesn't look like a new piece of wood anymore. So we've aged it up a bit. That's what we wanted. Okay, so we'll push this aside, and then I am going to use my paper cutter to get the sheet to the right size in there. We won't put the wax too far away because I might come and hit it again. But I'm going to use my paper cutter to get this down to the size that we need. So I'm going to chop the top off first because I do want to use the top edge there. All right, so that is giving us a nice cut on the top here so that I can use that edge for up here. Okay, and I'm pretty sure this is, as I measure it on here, I think this is like 4. I'm trying to figure out how deep it is here. This is where I'm going to mess it up. All right. So I think like the 7. We'll go 1/8. I think it might be the 8. I needed to go 1 more. See, that's what happens when you don't. All right. Well, good thing we have 2. So it's not the 8. It's the 9. All right, trying this again. This is why it's good to have printables, because when you mess up like that, you can just grab another one. I don't know why my dogs are freaking out. Well, that one I just cut the, all right, this is not meant to be. We're going to do this a different way. I'm going to use what I have here. Huxley! Oops, that didn't want. I'm having a heck of a time with the paper cutter. I think between the paper cutter and the dogs. Okay, there we go. So we can use this to get any area that we want in here. So this one is fitting the best. Huxley, stop. Huxley. I'm kind of actually liking this. All right, we're going to change gears. I was going to do music in the background, but we've done a couple of those already. So I think I'm going to do this one. I'm going to pull this graphic out of the bottom here. All right, I'm going to keep it bigger than I need because, as you saw, I kept cutting it too small. I think that we either need the 9 or the 8. All right, that fits good. All right, so basically have cut this whole design out the bottom here is what I'm going to be using. There we go. I didn't even know that flipped up. I've got to figure out how to use that because obviously I'm not the best at using that by any means. And it's actually, I still got it wrong. What is wrong with me? I swear. All right. I'm going to figure out what I'm doing here. I cut her like a teeny bit too short. And so now I'm trying to figure out what. Maybe I just need to put the guillotine away because obviously I am having issues with it today. We'll get it in there. Okay, so I really wanted the music on the bottom. Okay, it's going to be fine. We're going to go with one of these. Let me just make sure I have the sides right. Okay, I do have the sides right on this. Okay, I got to figure out where I want to focus the words. I do like the glad tidings of great joy, so we're going to cut right here. And right there. All right, I'm going to put that back in the guillotine. Like I said, at least we know with the printables, if you mess up, you can just print yourself another one and everything will be fine. Unless you're on a live, and then luckily you have 2. All right. It all works out in the end, right? Okay, now we should have a square that's the right size. I still might use that for something else. Okay, we have a teeny tiny little right here, so I'm just going to trim that. Okay. Now we got it in there. I do not know where my, oh, here it is. Well, now I got it in there so good. Good Lord. I can't right now. Are you serious? Linda says she loves that you're so normal. This is ridiculous. I can't. Okay, this is how we're going to get it out. See, this is how I feel, Linda, when I'm watching everyone else do all their professional ones, and I'm over here like, I'm trying to get, nothing's working for me. All right, well, Again, this is why I love the printables, because very forgiving. We just print out more. All right, I'm trying to do half the amount of Mod Podge as I did last time. I'm gonna grab my little cheap brush. Try to use the same brush so I don't have to clean like all these brushes at the end of my live. I don't know what's going on with my hair here, sticking up. We carry on. We carry on. Okay, so all that hassle just to get this square to fit in here. Now, we're not going to be able to iron this one on because I don't think I can get the iron in there. But we should be able just to get this thing right in there. I say that and then it goes in there just the tattest bit crooked. Okay, okay, it's finally working here. Okay, the back of this doesn't have to be like as perfect because we're actually going to be focusing on the front. But we do want it attached in there. I got a little bit too much here, so I'm going to go in here. I think my Mod Podge was drying as I was moving it around. Like literally, I don't think I've ever had a piece give me this many problems. Oh my gosh. All right, we just had to get that corner up because the Mod Podge is drying faster than I can get it down. All right. There we go. Okay, that was a lot more work than it should have been. Like that should not have been that hard. Okay, so this is the background. Now, what I want to do is I want to actually come over and we're going to put this on top. And we're going to do either I'm going to make a bow or I might stick that bow. Hey. Stop. Stop. No. I don't know. I tell my husband I'm going to do a live and everybody like leaves or goes outside and makes the dogs bark. This is how my lives would go as well. Nothing going right. Pam, it's like a joke. Let's open the gate. Hey, stop. Oh my gosh. All right, I opened the gate. Maybe she wanted to go outside. I'm not sure. Okay, so what we're doing is we can put something in here. Now I have a couple of, let me see what I have in here. Like I have a little gold tree that would go in there that we could do. We could actually, which we have not done before, is we could put some pine cones in there. We can put some snow in there, which I think I'll do the snow. I'm just debating on if I do the snow and the, because we've done this one a couple different ways with the tree. I almost wonder if we just do the snow. I think I'm going to just do the snow. Okay, so I'm just going to do the snow on this one. So we have to put the snow in the little bowl first. And I just got that snow at Hobby Lobby. So I just want to make sure that however much snow I have in there, I'm still going to be able to see the verse. And you can still see the verse, so we're good there. And I was going to do a little bow, but I think I'm actually going to do a larger bow. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we have to put the glue on here. So this is where it's going to get tricky slash. Okay. This is me like not breathing. Okay, we'll see if that is enough glue. All right, this is the tricky part because we have to do it upside down. Otherwise our snow is going to escape. All right, she's on there pretty good. All right, I'm actually pretty surprised with myself. Okay. I was going to do that little bow, but I feel like it needs a big bow. Like it needs a, I feel like it needs a, like a fun bow. So I'm going to make these a little bit thinner, but what I'm going to do is grab some of this fabric that I have, and I'm just going to cut the little strips of it. So I just cut a little strip and then I just rip it. And the messier these are, the better it looks. See, we'll probably need like 2 more. So let's find another, like this pattern. I tell you, you just kind of have to like go with it. Like nothing is ever going to go right on like perfectly on a live. And I'm even to the point where the tutorials and stuff, I'm not having them edit that much out of it because I'm like, whatever. Like it is what it is. One of our snowballs escaped. Okay, so we're going to go in here and get just our little background or our tie for our bow. All right, and I just like to cross these just the opposite ways. We could even put some of that raffia in here too if we wanted more texture. Basically, it gives us this nice little messy, I gotta figure out where my camera is. I give you guys whiplash trying to show you this bow. Then you can tie it in the back if you want the other side to be the front. And you can give it like a little trim too if you don't want it as scraggly. All right, so I think that going to go right there is going to be nice. So we can actually just glue right on the dot and then we can push it right on the little ornament hanger thing that's already on there. And then I actually am going to do the little jingle bell right on the front there too. So I'm just putting another little blob. And I have just one of the rusty jingle bells. All right, so here's our little ornament so far, though we don't have anything to hang it with. So we need to make either a ribbon or a string. Almost thinking something that might be a little bit too thick. We'll size it back down here. I got glue strings going everywhere. All right, let's cut this down. All right, so I'm just thinking a little loop like this, and then we can put this on the back, and that's going to allow us to hang it. Trying to figure out what the best way to do this is. All right, we're going to go that way. Going to make sure that I do it to the top here. So I'm just going to glue this right to the back here. All right, so there we go. We have our little snow globe framed ornament. I know you've got like the lights kind of going all over the place, but how fun is that? I absolutely love the snow globe ones. I think they're so fun. Pugsley, I don't know why what he's barking at. All right, so what else did I want to do? I know there's more of that. Oh, I did want to show you some cards. Let's clear this out of the way. I'm going to scare myself and get out the guillotine again here. All right, let's move some of this here. I did grab some cards. Let's do a white. Got all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, so with the cards, we have, you can do cards the same way that you do wood. So we can Mod Podge these on with the iron the same way. I just have to make sure, not if our iron's turned off, we can't, but the same way that we did the other ones. So I wanted to take some of the Christmas, like we literally, I think this Holy Night would actually fit on the whole thing. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. All right, I'm like, where's my envelope? Because you all know that I love doing the wording across the envelope. So I think we're going to do that. But I'm going to have to get this out again. Oh, geez. I'm going to lose my snow. Well, now I have snow all over the ground. I tell you, I need a bigger desk. Okay, that was going to bug me. All right, so let's see if we can cut this. Let's see if we can cut it the first time right. No promises. I'm literally used to the big one I have in the other office. Not this hidden one here where you can't really see where you're cutting. Okay, I think we did decent. All right, I'm going to cut the ends with my scissors because I don't trust myself with this thing. All right, who was that? Elizabeth, are you the one that told me to buy this thing? I need lessons. All right, we're just going to do the ends by hand because it's pretty much marked off where I need it. So we're good there. All right, we can put these other designs aside because we can still use them. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and apply our Mod Podge to the envelope in the area that we're going to apply the graphic. So same as you would if you were doing it on wood or anything else, except this is paper. So we do want to use a light hand. And this envelope isn't a lick one. It actually has a sticker that you peel off. So keep that in mind if you decide to do this, because I'm not sure if we do the press, if it will mess up the adhesive on the inside, because I've actually never done that. Linda says she was introduced to the joy of embossing powder for crafts this past week, and she is loving it. I don't know if I should look into that, Linda. Do I need more? Do I need more stuff? I gotta keep it under control. Okay, so literally the same thing that we did with the other ones. We're gonna put it on here. We're gonna line it up the way that we want it, and then we're just gonna press it in. Now we can do this on our surface saver mat because it is heat resistant, so we don't have to worry about damaging our counter or any of that stuff. Then it's just going to pull it right off, and there you go. It's on there as such. And so it literally becomes part of the card. So it makes it a little bit thicker, obviously, but how cute is that? So we don't want to do anything to the front because we have to leave room for our address and such. So we will put that there. And then now we can come through and we can do whichever graphic we want to do for the card. So if you wanted to do this graphic, we can actually do, I think when I did them before, I did a layered look. I'm trying to see what did I have in here? Oh, this card came with this particular piece here. Trying to see. Got our little angel. We've got this little nativity scene. Oh, we have these other ones too that would work. I'm trying to see size-wise. I feel like we could do one of these. I'm going to get out the fun scissors for this so that we can have a little bit of texture on these. And I'm just going to come in almost like a stamp. Now again, these are printable, so if I, because I'm cutting over to the right a little bit on this one here, I can just print another one if I need to use that one for something. These scissors are so fun and they're super cheap. I think we got these at Big Lots. Am I even cutting where you can see? Either Big Lots or like Marshall's or Ross or something, and they were all just in like a bag. And there's all these different kinds of cuts. So I think I have like my 3 favorite ones up here. All right, so for this one, I'm gonna put the Mod Podge on here. And again, this is a thicker paper. So the thicker, the better if you're gonna be doing something like this, because it's not gonna curl up on you as bad as just a regular printer paper would. So we're going to do this the same as we did the envelope. We're going to get a coat on there, and then we just need the coat dry. So we're going to hit it with the heat gun, and then we can iron it to the envelope. So the other one, we painted the Mod Podge on the envelope and ironed it. This one, we're painting it on the picture and then ironing it. It doesn't matter either way. Linda, you're going to have to share your project if you haven't already. All right, there, we dried it. So now it's dry. We can go ahead and put it on here. And I'm going to take some antique to this, so don't worry the fact that it's not, it's kind of white on white. That's okay. All right, so we got that. We get our parchment paper. And iron. And it's going to go right on there, just like it fuses it right to it. Okay, so now we can go and take our wax. Now I already have some wax on here, so I'm not going to go back in. All right, and then you can see how it just gave that a little bit of definition. And then if you wanted to take it up a little notch too, we can go in and add just like the sweetest little touch in here too. Obviously you want to write on your envelope before you stick this in there, because it will make it a little bit fatter. And there's flatter bows too. I mean, this one is pretty flat, but now we could have our, I'm like, where did my envelope go? We have our envelope, and then we have our little handmade card that could go in there as well. So again, this is just with the printables. So if you aren't part of the napkin club and you don't have the napkins, which some of these designs are on the napkins, and you can do the same thing with the napkins. But this is just another idea of something that you can do. And then I did want to make another ornament. So I think I'm going to do this one. So this is where we're going to use one of the pieces that I messed up on. What I'm looking at this is, I do like, because it says Martin Luther, and then it has like the I'm not going to be able to get the heaven above and this part in there. So I think for me, for like, this could be a gift tag or ornament. I think I'm going to try and line it up with that part. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut the bottom off because I know I don't need that. And then we'll go do a coat on here of the Mod Podge. I love these for gift tags. These could be so fun if you're not using, and it could be a gift tag that is an ornament. So they have it on the gift, and then also they can hang it on their tree afterwards. It's like 2 gifts in one. So this tag, I believe, was from your kit last month, I think that's where I got these. And then this month has another tag, but it's smaller. All right, and I gotta figure out using the light again. All right, I'm just lining up with this edge. All right, right there. How easy is it once you do the iron on? I tell you, once you do it, you're going to be addicted because it's seriously just so easy. All right, we can sand this off, and we will, but I'm just going to cut the excess off real quick. Now, the other thing that you're going to want to do while it's still at least warm is go ahead and poke your hole through, and you're going to want to poke through the front so that it pushes all of the stuff backwards on there for you. So make sure you do poke that out because you will need that spot. And then we're going to hit the edges with our sander. And since I lined up the one edge, I don't have to sand that side, so that makes it, takes a little bit of the work out of it. All right, so here's the tag so far. I think I am going to use this string, and then the other thing that I do have is we do have some beads here. So let's go through here, grabbing the easy beater. All right, I'm going to leave myself more than I think I need because you know how that always goes when you don't leave yourself enough. Okay, I think, oh wait, I always forget how we do it first. Okay, we got to put beads on first. Then we'll put our string in. Bead on first. The paper that I'm using is 32-pound bright white paper. Lori, that's what it is. Hey, Yvonne. Now you can paint these beads too. I just didn't prior to this, so. Okay, so from here, you can tie a knot here if you want them to stay. I think I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it free floating. I can just push them down if I need to, but I'm going to tie a knot at the end. This could be a great bookmark too. All right, I'm going to just make those ends a little neater. Okay, so we have that. And then if you wanted to add a little bit more to it, we could do one of these at the bottom, which I feel it needs it. That's cute. I don't want to, I want to still be able to see the Martin Luther part, but I think we'll go ahead and add the bow to it. And I'm just pushing that at the bottom. Now you could take the antique to this as well and antique it up a little bit. In fact, we'll do a little bit. I feel like these beads could use a little, which should have done before I put it on the string, but it's gonna hit them a little bit. Just so they don't look so brand new. And the wax is buildable, so you can add more, you can get a wet rag, you can take it off. So if it ever goes some direction that you're like, oh, that's too much, you can go back through and you can soften it. See, now they're matching kind of the antique of the print a little bit better. There, so there's not as, they don't look as new. And then again, you can come in here and we can hit this up a little bit if we want. Like it already is aged, but if you want to hit the edges a little bit more and bring in some of that antiquing, then you can. And then the same with the back. I probably would just do the back so it's just not as, it doesn't look as new. And again, we could do this before we did it, before you made it into the ornament. You don't have to do it. I just do it when I think about it. Again, just take the opportunity to hit the beads a little bit more. Again, it would have been easier to do the beads. Probably not on the ornament, but they're still going to get a little squirrely on us. There we go. So cute. Okay, the last thing I wanted to do is I did want to do on a wood slice. Almost thinking this is just so cute to do that on there. Again, I cut her a little small. All right, we'll take another one. Oh, I just want to do the angel. All right, I'm going to cut the angel out. And I am going to go around her a little bit. I'm not going to be able to get all of her little, like, wings. But I'm going to cut around her. And then we're going to fancy her up with some, we're going to give her some zhuzh on here. So the tricky part with her is going to be the wings because there's a lot going on with the wings. she's got feathers. So this is where you can get as detailed as you want or not. I'm not going to go around all those little feathers, so I'm just kind of going around the outside of the tips. And then the one little tip of her feather. Now you could do the Mod Podge tearing with the water too. It's just this paper is a little bit thicker, so I'm just going to go with the cuts. All right, we've almost got her into her skirt here. All right, so I've just kind of roughly cut her out. And this is another one where I'm going to do the Mod Podge on the actual paper. Not going to go crazy with it. I don't want it curling up too much. Okay, so we're going to let that dry. Now you could do a background on here. We could do some paint. I think I will take, I'm going to do some plaster. I think. I don't know. I was debating. I kind of wanted this all natural. Lori's dog was trying to figure out why my dog's barking. So funny. So if I leave it all natural, this is what it's going to look like. The other option is to go ahead and do a coat of plaster in the center. I think I am going to do the coat. And I'm just going to freehand this to the bark. So when you do this, you're just going to want to make sure that I don't want to lose the bark. And this is going to give it kind of a rustic look. Like old hand painted type look. I do like this plaster a lot because it's that off-white. It's not such the bright white that I was using before. Again, just freehanding that spot so that right around the edge so I can get a nice little line. And then bringing the rest in. We don't need a super thick coat. The chalk paint covers very nicely. This particular wood slice does not have a super barky edge. Like there's not a lot of bark. It's kind of one of the thinner ones, thinner barked ones. Oh my iron's reminding me that it's on. Now this particular wood round was in one of the packages. This is supposed to be a 3-inch wood round. It's like huge. So it did not end up getting sent with the ornaments because it would have been way too big for any of those ornaments. All right, so now we have the nice white background. This is also going to help because since I didn't cut all of the little things for her feathers, they're not going to show up as much. So we're just going to hit this really quick. Want to make sure our paint's dry before we iron it on. All right, we're going to take her. Now her wings are not going to fit, but it's okay. I'm going to actually sand them off the edge so we get a nice edging. Really nice. All right, so then I can come through here and I can just hit the edges with the sander, and it's just gonna give me that nice edge here, so I don't have to cut it. All right, so we're gonna come in with the antique glass again, just a little bit. Again, if you like the way that it looks now, like you don't have to do any of this edging. This is all just a preference. Oh, I got some of my bark came off. All right, just a little bit of the antiquing, and then what I wanted to do with this one, I have like a blob of paint there. All right, this is just Mod Podge here. And I want like a cruddy brush. All right, so I'm just dipping some in the Mod Podge. I have to do it a little bit. I don't want it everywhere, but I just want some sections. Where'd it go? I'm like, where'd my glitter go? Okay, so we did good over on that side. We didn't get as much on this side. Or my glue is drying before I get my glitter on it. So just like a little hint is basically all I was looking for. Just a little sparkly in the wings. I didn't want like too much. And then you can just kind of, anything that you don't want, you can rub off. So I can take this dry brush and just take off anything that I don't want. I just kind of wanted a little in her hair part there. All right, so just the teeniest amount of glitter. I'm gonna try and tame the glitter by sticking it back in here, because you know what's gonna happen if I put it in the trash. It's gonna end up everywhere, right? All right, there we go. I feel like I need gold string for this one. Oh my gosh, my glitter doesn't want to. We could have put some more on her dress too, but I didn't want it to be like too glittery. Okay, so for this one, we need another string. Let me see. Almost think it just needs like the simplest little. I don't want to take away from her, so I'm just going to do the simplest little fabric loop to hang her on the back here. No paint. Debbie wants to know where the best places to get supplies for the various craft. She's new and so intrigued. I can tell you what not to do. No, just kidding. Hobby Lobby is a great place to start, to just browse through and grab like all the little knick-knacky things. I've just kind of added stuff over. Like I'll buy something for one project and then I have it left over for other stuff. This little stack of fabric, I swear I got it on Amazon and I went to go share the link with you guys and I can't find the link now. So I'm wondering if I actually ordered it from, if I went into Google or something and ended up somewhere other than Amazon and purchased it. So I need to find the link for you because I absolutely love, I don't know what is going on here. I absolutely love this fabric and it was a whole stack. Hey, Lori, it was a whole stack that you got in when I ordered it. So I just added the fabric because I saw everyone's little bows and I loved them. The little trees and stuff I got for one of the other ornament projects that we were doing. And so I just have them left over. Same with the bows. You just kind of collect stuff. You buy it for one project and then like you ended up with extra stuff. And then you put it in all these little containers and such so that when you're sitting here, you just pull out whatever it is that you need for the next project. Or, you know, I'm not going to use these today, so I'll stick them in here. These are little bows that broke off something else. So save everything. If you have like buttons and bows and stuff that break off, you can just start collecting them. These are all just buttons and different little things I could use on something, and because you never know when you're going to use something. And yeah, basically as crafters, we just don't throw anything out. Like we just save everything. Debbie would be, Debbie, what would be some don'ts for Debbie? I wouldn't buy anything too expensive, like until you know you're going to use it a lot. Like for example, I splurged on this Cricut for Amazon days earlier this year. But before that, I just did the Mod Podge the regular way, where you just use the Mod Podge and then you press it on and you use some saran wrap. So don't feel like you have to go out and buy everything. Like literally, you can just get started with Mod Podge, your brush, and a fingernail file. Like you don't even need the sander. You could just use a fingernail file. And we actually have that as a on our store for people that are very brand new, just getting started. And then we're using today the printables, but you could also use napkins. We have the rub-on transfers that are super easy. The only other don't I would say is don't have any rules. Like don't feel like it needs to be perfection because it's art and it's just artistic expression. And for me, it's not even so much as how the project turns out, but I like creating stuff and doing stuff and taking like just raw materials and then turning it into something cute is fun to me. We do have resellers on here, so you can resell, but yeah, just don't take yourself too seriously. Like just have fun with it. If it doesn't work out, throw it away or just give it to Goodwill or whoever. Like That's what I do. The stuff that doesn't sell, I'm like, donation. It'll bring a smile to someone's face. But here's the projects that we did today. This one's probably my favorite. So this little frame, I think I got it at Walmart, but we did the little, it could be an ornament or you could just hang it, or it could be a shelf sitter on your tier tray. So we did that little fun one. So this is the printables, the hymn in the background. We also did this little, I don't know if it's a bookmark. I don't know if it's a gift tag. You could write on the back of it. You could stick your little to from sticker on the back of this and then put this on the gift. They could use that as their gift tag. We made the two little nativity ornaments from the ornament makers. That's from the Printable Club. And then we also did the wood slice round ornament using the angel and some glitter. She's a little sparkly, little sparkle there. So fun. Oh, Debbie just got the rub-on transfers. She wants to use those helping decorate the two tier trees that you made. The rub-on transfers are a perfect place to start, Debbie. You just need scissors with that. Scissors. I do love the rub-on, the precision transfer tool. If you didn't get it, that would be like the next thing I would try and get. If you don't have this, and because the rub-on transfers do come with a little card with it, which I don't have the card up here. You could also use a popsicle stick if you don't have anything you need to get in there. Like a popsicle stick is enough if you need a stiffer tool. But that's a great place to start. That's the perfect place to start. The rub-on transfers are, that's exactly why I made them, as for beginners. Because even when we get to the glue gun and stuff, like you see me with the heavy hand with the Mod Podge, like it's an art. So that's a perfect place to start. I love that for you. But that's just some ideas I just wanted to jump on today and show you guys what to do with the printables. The rub-on transfers this month's club, we just opened up the club. So we do have the 6-month commitment plan that just basically says you'll be in the club at least 6 months. You get a free mat when you join. So it is a little bit smaller than our original Surface Saver, but you get a free mat. We also have the free mat for the 3-month, the 6-month, and the 12-month pre-played. Pre-played. That's, the doors are open to that now. We will be running another promotion on the other clubs next month. So this month we're, if you love the mat, but you really would prefer to be in one of the other clubs, it's coming. That's going to be our special for next month. We just had to do the rub-on transfers separate because this was a brand new club and I didn't want to confuse everybody with all of the different options. Yes, Debbie, yours should come. It's in the package. Do I have any of the packages here? You're gonna see my medical bills here really quick. So it comes in the package like this. It'll be in the back. So each package comes with that little tool, Debbie. So it should be in there. They actually package that for us before we get them. So each package will have one. I usually have like 100 of them here because I end up throwing them away, but that's what you're looking for. Just that little credit card thing. That'll help you. But these are some things. Oh, we also made the card. So we did the envelope and then we did the outside of the card. You could write your little message in there. So we did that. So this was all with the printables. So the printables, again, doors are open to the printables right now. There should be a link on this. And then we used the little angel from this one. These are 4x4s. Then we used, these are 4x4s as well. So this is coaster size. I didn't grab a square coaster, but this is a 4-inch. But these would fit, these are coaster size. So 4x4s. 4x4s and another 5x5. We still have this larger Away in the Manger. We still have the Oh Holy Night, the Skinner one. This would be a great bookmark size too. Then we have the one first bonus print was this one that I jacked up when I cut it. So it happens. And then you have your full sheet. And the full sheet I'm going to actually put in my frame. I'll do that off camera. I need to switch that out. But that's what I'm going to do with those. And then you can print these as many times as you need. You can save the files and print them until you do need them. Just save them and put them in a different file. And the napkins for this month in the Napkin Club are, we have Unto Us, A Child is Born. So I didn't do any projects with the napkins today, but I'll do some probably next week. The next project I'm going to do is going to be with the transfers as soon as they get here. They're supposed to be here today, but alas, the UPS did not deliver today. So the last notification I got was they were in Ontario, California this morning at 2:36 this morning. So they're making their way here. But as soon as I have my chubby little hands on them, I'm going to be crafting with them because I'm super excited. Then we also have What Child Is This? That's the hymn for this month. There will be 4x4 on the transfers of this one. Mary just got signed up for the Robot Transfer Club yesterday. When is the first shipment? Okay, Mary, the first shipment is any day now. I think that's what you were just hearing when you jumped on. They were supposed to be here already. They were in California as of this morning. So I'm just waiting for UPS to drop off. If they show up tomorrow, we'll start shipping tomorrow. As soon as they show up, we'll start shipping. So yeah, so you're just in time. We've got everything else, your free gifts. If you sign up by tonight, you also get a 4-pack of the wooden ornaments too. So you get the mat, a 4-pack of wooden ornaments. After tonight, the 4-pack of wooden ornaments go away. So Mary, you're going to be getting the 4-pack of wooden ornaments with your first shipment as well. And then the last napkin is the thanks be to God for his undescribable gift. And then I showed you yesterday, but if you didn't see the live yesterday, this is the crafting kit project. So we have the Rub-On Transfer Club, we have the Printables Club, we have the Napkin Club, and then we have the Crafting in Christ Kit Club, which includes the napkins, all 10 of these napkins, and everything to make a project. So this is the project that we'll be doing. I demonstrated it with the tissue paper that comes with the kit, but you could also do the one of the napkins. The next one I'll probably be doing the napkins. So this is what we'll be making in the kit club for this month. We'll do it. The tutorial already comes with your club if you sign up, but we'll be doing it live. We'll be crafting together the last Saturday of the month, which I think is like the 30th. This month seems really long, and then like Thanksgiving seems like it's like right in the middle. It's so weird. But so we have so much crafting going on now, especially since we've added the Robot Transfer Club too. So we'll be doing those. Yeah, so as soon as I have my hands on them, we're going to be shipping them out. I can't wait. Oh, Mary says she struggles with the napkins. The napkins, I started with the napkins, so they're definitely not as easy as like the transfers. But then I have some people that say they struggle with the transfers. So I don't, to each his own, I guess. But yeah, we try to put a little bit of something for everybody. So if there's something that you enjoy doing, I know we have a lot of card makers. We have a lot of crafters. We have a lot of resellers. So we try to make a little something for everybody. If we are already in a club, like the Kit Club, can we still do the 6-month commitment? Yes, Lori, when I roll out the new clubs for the other ones, so since you guys are on, we'll just go over it. So the free mat is going to be an ongoing thing that we're going to, we tried it with, I tried it with the Rub-On Transfer Club, and you guys love it. So the free mat will be available with any of the 6-month commitment plans going forward. Some of you are already finding it on the website. I don't know how you're finding it. I'm having to manually add mats to orders because for the other clubs, I wasn't going to release that till next month because there's a lot of stuff on the back end that has to be set up for the orders to correctly come through. So that's why we've done it in like layers, where we did the transfer club first with the mat, which it took me, you guys, months to get this tech set up so that the first time you sign up for the club, you get the mat, and then it like drops off. Like all this stuff I have to figure out on the back end to get it to do, and to have it charge you right, and to have it ship your orders correctly for the next 3 or 6 or 12 months. It's a whole thing. So I rolled it out with just the transfer club for this week to make sure that we had all the tech on the back end correctly and everything is right. Then I am going to make it, because I know a lot of you are on prepaid where you did 3 months or you did 6 months, or, you know, I have a bunch of you that have been around since the very beginning when the club was only $24.99 a month. So what we're going to be doing is, if you want to switch to one of the commitment plans or the prepaid plans on any of the other memberships, so the Napkin Club or the Kit Club, I'll help you guys do that. So I'm not releasing it yet, because Lori, I think you were one of the ones that was messaging back and forth on. So I know you want the mat, girl. I got you. But don't feel like you have to do it right now. Because I think I fixed the tech this morning on the other clubs, because like I said, I had 2 people today that went and found the other clubs with the free mats on the store. but the back end part of it wasn't hooked up yet. So when the order came through, it didn't have the mat in the shopping cart for us to pull it and send it to you. I caught it and fixed it, so they're gonna get the mats. But yeah, you guys are so sneaky, going around the site finding all the free things. Because yeah, it was so funny because before we even rolled out the transfer club, like 2 weeks before, I had to have everything set up in the system again so that when the order comes through, it comes through correctly. So everything had to be like turned on, but you weren't supposed to be able to find it. So we had before we even launched, I had 3 people. One person found it 2.5 weeks ago and signed up, paid 6 months, joined the club, paid 6 months in advance. At that point, the transfers were still being printed. I didn't even have them yet. Then 2 days before we opened it up, so like on Saturday, 2 more of you ladies found the club and the free gift and signed up before we even announced it. So y'all are sneaky at finding all the stuff before I even get a chance to release it. So yeah. So we went in this morning. So we're cruising along. We're getting all the Rub On Transfer people signed up. And then Megan pulls me this morning and she's all, Melanie, she's like, did you do the mat yet on the other clubs? And I was like, no. And she's like, I have 2 sitting in here that signed up today. I'm all, what? So I had to go again. We pulled them. We got them fixed. We got everything fixed. So I think all the hidden stuff is all the hidden stuff's back end stuff is all should be fixed and working. I just have to release it in layers so we don't so that everything works correctly. Because otherwise, you know, I could have someone in May not get their kit because we didn't have it all lined up. So hopefully I got everything and got it fixed. But y'all cracked me up because at least I know that it's a good thing that, you know, I'm like, okay, people really want this free mat because they're finding it. So yeah, so Lori, if you're looking at wanting to move to the other clubs, we'll get you a free mat. I just need to get through this week. Let me get through the first, so we can close out this transfer club, and then we're gonna roll in. That is my holiday special or whatever that we're gonna be doing. So I have a whole thing around that. We're gonna have more bonuses for that too. So y'all, don't worry. None of you are gonna be missing out. That are all parts of the clubs. Everybody will get what they want to get. So we'll make it happen. But I'm just excited. You guys are so excited about the mat. So I've been keeping that thing under wraps for like 4 months. It's been hiding in here in the background. But I'm super excited that you guys are excited. And it's a great size for gifting if you already have a mat. It's just we lose 2 inches on the bottom, I think, and 4 inches on the side, but it's almost the same. Like it's only that much smaller. So it is a pretty decent sized mat still. Yeah. But I think that's it for tonight. I'm really hoping that those show up, the transfers show up tomorrow morning, so that by tomorrow afternoon, Lori loves freebies. Me too, girl. I'm here for the free stuff. So tomorrow I'm hoping that we can do some crafting together. If we cannot do crafting together, even if I don't have the transfers in, I'm going to go live tomorrow night and we're going to do our welcome party. So we are going to welcome all the new members tomorrow night. So 5 o'clock. I have that one scheduled, 5 o'clock Pacific time tomorrow. We'll jump on. If the transfers are here, we'll do some crafting. If not, we'll do some welcoming and make sure everyone's plugged into where they need to be. Make sure that you got in the membership group. Make sure that you got all your fun membership bonuses and perks. So all your newbies should be getting an email that tells you the link to the private group so we can get you in there and get you welcomed and all the good stuff. So I think that's going to be it for tonight. And so until tomorrow night, ladies, thank you so much and happy crafting.